Hi everybody, this is Bryan Klein. I'm the founder of the MAX Challenge, and I'm here with Anthony today, and he's just going to share some of his experiences with us. And I was hoping that he would just start with what made you get involved to begin with, and how far did you take it?
Well, I joined the MAX in June of 2012. I came in the worst shape of my life. I was 265 pounds, significantly overweight, coming up from a family, unfortunately, of people that struggled with lots of weight issues. I came in from day one. I gave it everything that I had, but everything that I had was modifying virtually every activity, every exercise. But you know, I continued to push it under Bryan's guidance. He was my instructor at the time, and I really just continued to push it. Within 6 months, I had lost about 40 pounds. Another 6 months after that, I was down another 40, and I lost a total of 80 pounds. And I'm in the best shape of my life right now. And actually now I'm instructing here in our Manalapan location, a 5 a.m. class. So a complete turnaround for myself, and I'm forever grateful for the experience that I had here.
So when you first got started, what was that first day like? Were you apprehensive? Did you feel nervous about it at all?
The first day I was completely nervous. I stood in the back of the room where a lot of the first timers would stand to try and, you know, just ease in the back, not stand out up front, you know, not have everybody see that I couldn't do anything. But then I just realized really quickly the great thing was that there were so many other people just like me, and it wasn't an environment where I felt intimidated. It was an environment where I felt more inspired by others that were giving everything that they had, even though it may not have been the full extent of the exercises that they were doing. So, you know, it was just a great experience right from the beginning. But it was nerve-wracking.
Did you belong to a gym or anything?
I've belonged to gyms in the past, but I think just like so many other people, you know, you go in, you sign up, you sign that 1-year contract, you go for a couple of days, you never go back again, and you just keep making that monthly payment to that gym that you can never get out of. And again, when I came here, it was just such a different experience, so much more inspiring, having leadership of people that really care and are passionate about helping other people reach their health and fitness goals, and it was just such a different experience. And now I've been part of the MAX for a year and a half, and I've been part of gyms for a year and a half before, but never actually went other than the first couple of weeks.
That's funny. So the difference here is even after a couple of weeks at the gym and you stop going. A couple of weeks here and it seems like you've become addicted to it and you just kept.
Absolutely. I mean, after a couple of weeks here, it was the opposite effect. I couldn't wait, quite frankly, until Monday rolled around on the weekends. Actually, some of us even started getting together on the weekends, just some of the members together during the summer at a local school nearby and exercising together on the weekends. So I just couldn't get enough of it, and still to this day, a year and a half in, I look forward to every single day and, you know, leaving classes, as I said before, and then taking classes as well.
You got to tell them, what are some of your accomplishments since starting the MAX, physical accomplishments?
When I started, again, I couldn't do a jumping jack. I could barely do a push-up. Since then, I've started running 5Ks. My first 5K I ran was 35 minutes. The last one I ran was about 22 minutes. I've been running half marathons, obstacle course races, 10 miles with obstacle courses. So my life has been just completely changed, and it's all from the fitness and endurance and health that I've gotten from the MAX program.
I mean, I would imagine for me, if I was on the other side of this camera listening in and I wasn't somebody who was into physical fitness yet, I might say, wow, you know, 5Ks, that sounds nice, but that's not really something that I want to do. So it's not the 5Ks and it's not all these obstacles, but what is it giving you in terms of like emotional strength?
It was so much, that's a great point. I think it is so much more about the emotion for me. Interestingly, sometimes I don't even enjoy running the races, but it's that feeling that I can do it. It's that feeling of continuing to challenge myself. So I didn't come into this program with the expectation I want to train because I want to go run a marathon or a half marathon. I want to come in and I want to get in the best shape of my life. I want to be healthy. I want to be there for my kids, for my family. And it's all about the challenge. So again, if your objective or your goal is not to run a race or what have you, it's just to get in the best shape of your life, and that's what I've gotten here.
So one of the things that I've come to believe, I'm just wondering what your perspective on this is and how you can help people who are not yet into physical fitness or nutrition and don't recognize the amazing benefits that come along with daily exercise and proper nutrition. You know, I think when you settle in one area of your life, when you settle to be less than you could be physically and with your appearance and so forth, it kind of spills over into other areas of your life.
Absolutely. I found without question how I felt myself at the point where I was in my worst shape of my life. It absolutely spilled into other parts of my life. I felt just even family-wise, it's very hard to be happy and feel good about yourself when you're not in good shape and you're not eating good foods and you know it. And it filters into your workplace. You don't feel like every day you can come in and give it 100%. And when you do start feeling better about yourself and you start eating healthier, and just the energy that you get here, it's been completely transformational for me in every aspect of my life.
So just switching gears now. So this is going for a while, but now switching gears into the instructor realm now. Someone's walking in and they're nervous and they're apprehensive. And what's your goal as an instructor?
My first goal is to make sure, number one, that everyone walks out of every class feeling good about themselves. That's my short-term goal. Of course, my goal for the class overall is over time to help them reach their fitness and health goals, but every class I want to make sure that everyone feels good about themselves, whether they can do all of the exercises from beginning to end, or they need to modify from beginning to end, but I walk around the class and I make sure I pay special attention to those people that need a little extra attention, but not singling them out, not making them feel like they can't do anything or like they're standing out suddenly. So I want to make sure everyone feels comfortable, inspired, and as passionate as I do about getting up there and giving it what we call their level 10 best. And their level 10 best could be all out sprinting, or their level 10 best could be marching in place. As long as you're giving it your all, that's all I expect, and that's all I encourage you to do through each class.